Demetrious Johnson retired. One of the greatest MMA fighters, one of the greatest martial artists of all time. Do you see what this man's been doing in jiu-jitsu tournaments? It's crazy. And I was wondering why he hasn't fought in over a year. Demetrious deserves a well-rested retirement after everything that he's accomplished in his career. He went from the most underappreciated champion to widely beloved by all fans. In the beginning, nobody cared about DJ, even in the middle of his long title reign, but toward the end of his MMA career, once he went to one championship, a lot of people started to appreciate DJ, and probably more now after he retired. And his title reign was amazing to watch. People always thought DJ was boring, but the man was finishing his fights very often and in great fashion. One-shotting Benavidez, last-second armbar in Horiguchi, submitting Wilson Hayes, suplex armbar in Ray Borg, which is still the greatest submission of all time, finishing Cejudo in the clinch where he outshined John Jones on that same card. Demetrious Johnson put on an epic Muay Thai performance on Cejudo, TKOing him in the first round, while John Jones went to a lackluster decision with Ovince St. Preux on short notice. But I do remember back then a lot more people were talking about Jones's performance, Jones' fight over DJ, even though DJ looked amazing in his fight. One of his best performances of his entire career. He was overlooked by most fans for most of his career because he was small. But he still has the record for most title defenses in MMA history with 11, most flyweight wins at 13, most flyweight finishes at 7, most flyweight submissions at 5, most flyweight bonuses at 9, and best striking defensive stat at flyweight, 68.4% strikes he defended, which is very, very high. He also has the latest submission in UFC history with 1 second left of the 5th round when he fought Kyoji Horiguchi, who I think is one of his best opponents. And after losing the belt to the next generation fighter Henry Cejudo, now they're 1-1 with each other, still a fight a lot of people think that DJ won. He was traded for Ben Askren, where Askren was used to propel Jorge Masvidal's stardom, heavily hyped by Joe Rogan as the best fighter outside the UFC, gonna dominate, and he can rival GSP and fight the best fighters in the UFC and stuff. Well, he got thrashed in all of his fights, even the one that he was victorious in when he fought Robbie Lawler. But it was a good business decision to create a superstar in Jorge, who was one of the biggest stars, selling over 1 million buys when he fought Kamaru Usman on short notice. DJ continued his legacy in the 135-pound division, becoming the champion at 1. Demetrious then fought Muay Thai champion Rodtang in a mixed fight of MMA and Muay Thai, and fought very well in the Muay Thai round, landing shots, absorbing Rodtang's heavy punches, showing really good footwork out there, went into the MMA round and steamrolled Rodtang. I remember everyone thought that DJ was going to get hurt before the MMA round. Get rocked by Rodtang, there's no way he's going to be able to defend all those shots. Rodtang's pressure was just too much, he's too good of a Muay Thai striker. At the time, Rodtang was like the best Muay Thai fighter in the world, or one of them at least. He still actually is. But he didn't get rocked by Rodtang. He fought so well in Muay Thai against one of the best in the world. That is why DJ is one of the best martial artists we've ever seen. I mean, he's dominating Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments against opponents who are literally twice his size, and he's going toe-to-toe with the best Muay Thai fighters in the world, out of his prime too. Amazing match to watch of two legends. But then eventually losing to Adriano Moraes. These guys are way bigger than he was. He got knocked out for the first time in his career, knee to the head TKO, only for DJ to reverse Uno card and knee Adriano Moraes, KOing him in one of the most technical striking sequences we have ever seen. The feints were immaculate to watch to set up the right hand and then the follow-up knee. It's one of my favorite knockouts of all time. I mean, the way that he was able to follow up, the way that he flowed to find the knee against the cage too. Knee to the face, right into the cage, knocking out his bigger opponent. Insane KO. Then they had a third fight, which it wasn't the most exciting fight, but he did win the trilogy, right? He won the rivalry with Adriano Moraes, even at his older age. And DJ, even right now, retiring, is one of the best fighters in the world. I think he can go and fight some of the flyweights in the UFC and beat some of them. I think he could put on a good fight with Pantoja and Moreno and Kai and Royval, all the best fighters in the flyweight division currently. That's how good Demetrious Johnson is. Even out of his prime at an older age, he can fight with the best of them. Demetrious Johnson was one of the greatest in every aspect that you could think of for a martial artist. No steroids, all skill, undersized, high fight IQ, very disciplined, so many finishes, and just a class act for other fighters or just people to look up to. Very rarely do we see a fighter like Demetrious Johnson walk into the arena. Thank you, Demetrious Johnson, for an amazing career. But there is one more fight left for DJ. He has to fight Mr. 260 Bradley Martin. Sparring match or amateur fight, it's the only fight left for DJ.